Hello, hi, welcome to my computer. I'm going to be doing some critiques from here. So basically, just before we get started, I just want to let you know that this is all my opinion. This isn't fact. This is just what I see in photographs. This shouldn't be taken personally. If you get some criticism, take it and learn from it. That's about it. And by no means am I saying I'm better, worse, or anything more or less than you. I am just simply giving my opinion because I don't know. I care, and I want us to become better photographers. And as a community, I think we can do that. And I'm excited. This is fun, and I've loved seeing all of your guys' entries so far. And I can't wait to see what you do for the other 9 days. But here we go. So self-portrait challenge was July 13th, which was yesterday. And basically, you guys were asked to create a self-portrait and not a selfie. And I think it's important I put that because last time I ran this challenge, there was a lot of just snapshots of yourself. And with these challenges, the goal isn't so much to just get them done, it's to really explore them, have fun with them, and see what you can create. So I wanted to write that. Obviously, it can be a selfie if you want it to be, but most of the time I'm looking for something that's more of a portrait, something that took you longer than a second to create. So these challenges are kind of based off creativity, and I'm looking for people who really thought about it, explored it, and there's different ways you can do that. So I wanted to show you some of my favorites, some I really liked, and show you the winner for this day. And keep in mind, it's just for fun. If you win, it doesn't mean you're the best or anything like that. The goal is to kind of submit photos, and after you submit your photo, leave comments to help other people out, and then profit. Basically, grow as photographers, grow as people, and grow as a community together. So that is the main goal of Be a Photographer, and the fun part of it is I got some pins that aren't here yet that I'm going to start sending out to you guys. And they look like the camera logo, and right now the only way to get one is to compete and win. So maybe in the future I'll have them for sale or something like that, but for now, we're just going to keep it to a prize basis, and I'm just doing this out of my own pocket because I love photography, and I appreciate everybody who's been helping out. A lot of pro photographers are helping me. Tom Falcone, Ashley Osborne says she was in, Jared Sang, a photographer from Australia, and Think Tank, our sponsor, is even leaving some comments. So thank you to everybody who has been doing that. I'm hoping to get more people involved in the future. That is just where we're at right now. And also, I've been seeing you guys leave comments, so thanks for doing that. I've been talking for a total of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so let's get started. Self-portrait challenge. The idea is to kind of tell a story. What do you want people on Instagram to know about you? What can you tell people about yourself that they might not already know, and how can you show it in a photo? So basically, I go to the tag, like so, and I just scroll through it, and just go like this, and I look for photos that kind of jump out at me or things that I like. And I've picked a few and I've bookmarked them, so I'm going to go ahead and discuss those, but I just wanted to show you, a lot of the entries, and it even goes farther than this. It's just, I can literally just keep going. So thank you everyone who entered. I think we got we're at 2,700, but last time we had about 1,300, so there's about 1,400 new entries. So thank you guys for doing that. And these are the top posts, so if you leave in comments, make sure you scroll down and look for most recent, because that is where everyone's posts are, not just the top ones. And it's important, everyone gets love. So I have a bunch of portraits here, and they're all just a range of different things that I liked and enjoyed. So for this first one, we have Taylor Mary, and she did a self-portrait that's pretty dark. And if you look closely, you can see that her hair is in there. And it's really, this is called a low-key photograph because it's mostly blacks and nothing is very bright. It's all a shadow or a dark mid-tone at the most. And I like this because I don't really know exactly what she's trying to say, but I love how it looks. And I love the framing of it. I love that her face is in the bottom half. It kind of makes me feel a little bit depressed, a little bit uneasy. And there is a lot of hair there, pretty much the polar opposite of me. And it just looks cool. So Taylor, really good job. I love this photograph. It's very simple. You don't need very good gear to create this photo. It's just a very good concept. And I think that's something that I want to stress is you don't need a professional camera to get these photographs. This one just made me laugh. I don't even know what's going on. I have no idea. I see a head and feet. I don't know which one is Matasky. I don't know how to say her name, but it just made me laugh and I liked it. I wish the borders weren't there, but I think that's because of the ratio. It has to be. It's so long. But it's a really nice photo, and it made me laugh. And a self-portrait should emit some emotion from you, and that's what this one did. So good job. Here we have Joshua Acai Bowl. I don't know if your last name is really Acai Bowl or if there's a joke I'm missing, but I like your name. And I love acai bowls. Anyway, I thought this was cool. It has some good depth to it, so I don't know what it was taken with, but you have this foreground right here that's out of focus, and you have a desaturated kind of subtle tones to this image, and it's kind of depressing. And his caption is alone and tired, and I definitely get that vibe from it. At first I thought maybe he was wearing some kind of robe, but I'm pretty sure this is sheets, and I'm assuming he's in his bed. So I can definitely relate to this, being in the corner of a bed, just sitting there, feeling alone, feeling tired. That happens sometimes. So I thought this was a really good self-portrait, and I like the catchlight in your eyes. I think it really just brings you in because you can tell you're looking right at the camera. So good job, Joshua. I don't know how to say your name or if that even is your name, but Krlaax. I thought this was cool. It looks like a few different things, and I'm not quite sure how it was made or edited. And when I see a photograph, I don't want to know how it was edited. I don't want it even to be able to tell it was edited. I just want to see it as one cohesive piece. And I think that she did a good job here with that. I think the texture is from the background, and her face is a bit blurry, and it kind of makes me feel uneasy, rushed, but it's at the same time very beautiful because the colors are great, the layout is great, and it just looks awesome, almost like a painting. And it's good. Thank you for leaving some comments here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and like that. Reviewing this right now. Beautiful shot. Beautiful. You can actually see how bad I am at typing and spelling. I just kind of rely on autocorrect. Yeah. But good job. Alright. So this is Maddie Tooney, and the thing I like about this is it's super simple. It's not necessarily a very technically difficult photo to create. It's just against a door. However, everything about it is perfect to me. It's framed very well. 2/3 is in the rule of thirds is being used here. So if you divide this into thirds, put a grid over it, her face falls right on a great point. It should be. I don't know if it was intentional or her eye just sees very photographically on its own, but it's a great shot. It's cropped well. It's straight. And the tones are nice. And it's almost got that kind of just straight on flash view to it, and I like it. And it tells me a lot about her. She's kind of goofy. This is a fun photo, and I think you did a good job, Maddie. So, thank you. Here we have Abby Nicole, and I like this photo because it's just a deep stare, and it's cropped kind of nicely. I think that I would prefer if it was a little bit to the side, so cut off her nose a little bit more. I don't like how it just cuts off the tip, but I think it's really well done. And I almost want a little bit more of the shadows to be viewed so I can see her eye. But this is just me nitpicking. I think this photo is great, straightforward, balanced well, good contrast, and she did a really good job. So, nice shot. And, yeah, honestly, you look like somebody that if you walked in, if I was like a boss of a company and you walked in, I would hire you. You just have a really positive and confident look in your eye, and I like it. So, well done. This one's a little bit different than most. It doesn't actually include a face in it, and I like that. And I like that this person chose to show us this part of their life. And their caption is, I chose this as my self-portrait instead of a traditional one because for the most part when people look at me, they see a face with makeup on top, not my face as is. And I thought that was deep. And you did a good job. I like this photo, but I think it could be done a little bit better. And maybe next time try to play around with your angles a little bit, show a little bit more. So this one just comes off as a little bit scattered. And that's okay, especially when you're starting photography. Sometimes it's hard to kind of, when you have so many pieces, to piece it all together and make it make sense. But maybe get a little bit lower so it shows all the makeup with the mirror behind it. Or maybe you can reflect something in the mirror that's not what we can already see. But I like this photo, I like your thought process behind it, and I would love to see you do it again maybe in a month or something and rethink it. And maybe for the next self-portrait challenge you can do like a number 2. But this is great, good job. I don't know your name, but maybe it's John Riv. I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself here if I keep trying on these. But you get the idea. Great shot, well done, keep up the good work. This one's cool, and this one I can tell was taken with, I think, a professional camera. I'm gonna check. If not, really well done, good lighting, and good editing. Now, I got a concept here, and the caption is, sometimes I feel like schoolwork, grades are consuming me and dictating my life. I've learned to take a step back, look at things differently, and not feel so overtaken by the mundane things. And I think that's great, and you know what? I could probably take that meaning and get it myself without reading the caption. That's important. You know, I could see that he's feeling His look on his face is not very happy. He's feeling kind of distraught, and I would have to look in deeper to see what these clippings are of, but I'm assuming it's, his schoolwork. And you did a good job. It's covering your face. I like it. I love the framing. I love the tones. And I like where you place these extra pieces of paper, because that's your decision, and you did a good job kind of laying it out in a effective but not overwhelming way. So good job. Justice Dodson. I like these shots because I like when people take photos in mirrors with their cameras. I think it's cool, and it really shows how we hold our camera. And I remember like 6 years ago, I just had this moment one day where I woke up. It was really cold out. I wasn't wearing any socks in my shoes. And I remember just picking up my camera and being like, this feels really good. This just feels like it fits perfect. And as a photographer, I think that's a really rewarding feeling, and I kind of get that vibe here. This person is driving or is a passenger, depending on where they are. I'm assuming it's the U.S. because they look like they're on the right side of the road and they're in the left seat, so that means they're the driver, right? Yeah, they're driving. And I hope they're not moving. I'm actually not sure what's going on here. I hope you're not moving, or I hope there's something that's going on here. Maybe you're not in the front seat, but it looks like a great shot. I like these kinds of portraits. I think they tell a lot about photographers, and I can definitely relate to the feeling of just having your camera in your hand and not feeling more like yourself than in that moment. So, beautiful shot. Well done, Justice Dodson. So this is a Lily Grace photo, and silhouettes and sunsets are two of my favorite things, and she included both of them, and she included herself. Should turn off my emails. Sorry about that. She included both of them, and she included herself, so that's great. Horizon is straight, which is this line right here. See how it's straight across? Exposure is nice. The placement of the silhouette and the background is beautiful, so everything is really nice in the shot. If I could critique it and nitpick at something I don't like, I don't know what I wouldn't like. It's really a perfect shot. You did a really good job, so well done. This is Andrea Resini, self-portrait, no caption, but it looks like this person is an artist or something like that, and she is drawing late at night or somewhere in the dark with just one light. And to me, that means this is very she likes to do this in her own time. It's not something she does for work, or maybe she does, but this looks very personal, and I love the lighting. It's very moody, and I can definitely relate to being, up late doing work, or secluded, or doing something like that, and it tells me a lot about this person. It tells me they are an artist, and they love to do this, so good job, good shadows, good lighting, and I like how it's bright over here, but you can still see everything over here, and the empty space, or the negative space, is really nice as well, and I love that it's pitch black, so good job. Alright, we got Burke's photography here. I've never really taken them, as I prefer to be behind the camera. I spent a lot of time walking recently and noticing the beauty where I live, so I decided to trek out to one of the fields near my home and take this. I love it. I love your crop. I love your colors. I love the blurriness and the focus, and I don't know what you took it with. It looks like a Canon, but honestly, you could create this photo with a mobile phone too, because everything about it just relies on the framing of the image, and I think that's really great you did that. So it really shows that you're a good photographer. I like the crop here, and I don't usually like when people cut off their heads, but I think you did a good job. Your horizon looks just about straight. There's some hills in the background, so I can't tell. And the proportions of everything is nice too. I like the grass is what you see first, kind of, and then my eye goes to you, and you're kind of lurking in the background, and it's really beautiful. And you did a good job. Well done. And I like the colors. So good. Thank you for your entry. Alright, we got Sean Tyler here, and this one is more artistic, and it looks like he had some production to this. So he's got a line down the middle, tape over his mouth, and on the left he has some things that are often taken as negative, but they don't always have to be negative. You can be broken and shy, but those aren't bad things. Those are just things that happen. So maybe they're just more sad feelings. And on the right we have more positive things. Hardworking, smart, loving, funny. So it looks like he's kind of divided, and let's read the caption here, but that's what I took at the photo. I live too much inside my own head. I don't speak freely about my feelings, and when I do, I wish I never opened my mouth at all. It's hard thinking so negatively about yourself, even more so when you can't seem to find a way to love yourself. I'm a work in progress. I feel you, bro. We're all works in progress. It's awesome you posted this. I think that takes this in itself takes some confidence to post, so well done. So this should say a lot about who you are. Maybe not how you feel about yourself, but who you are without even knowing it. So well done, Sean. I like the framing. I like the lighting. I like that it's in black and white. It makes me focus on what's important. You did a really good job. Some suggestions for me would be maybe move yourself forward a little bit and have the background be just a little bit out of focus or have a little bit of bokeh to it. That way it's not overpowering to the person in the middle. I would almost like to see that behind as your background and just see you up in front. So we know right now it's almost like a little too flat. But that's just, again, it's me nitpicking. It's a really beautiful image. You did such a good job. And I like your idea behind it. And I really like what you did. And I think we can all relate to this on some level at some point in our life. Alright, last one here. I just wanted to end with Young Blossom because I like this. Super simple portrait. Nicely framed. Nice colors. The shirt is the main point with the smile and the hands is what you see right after. And I just like it because it's simple. And a self-portrait doesn't have to be deep and thought-provoking all the time. It can be very simple, especially if that's what you are. And she just wants to drink coffee, create stuff, and sleep. And that's awesome. So, caption. Self-portraits are great. Well, it's a long caption. Let's see if we can skim through this and find. That being said, here's my silly self-portrait to get to know me better. I was hoping through this photo that the viewer could learn that I try not to take life too seriously. That's definitely what I got. But I put my heart into the things I'm passionate about. I'm so excited for the second photography challenge, and if you have any constructive criticism, please feel free to send it my way. So thank you guys for leaving comments. I think I'm on page with everybody else here. I just love the vibe of this photo. I guess to me, I wouldn't cut off your hair like this. I would bring it up a little higher. It looks like you might have tried to hide, keep the fence as your background, but maybe you could either get a little bit lower, have your photographer get a little bit higher, your camera. That way, the background is just one solid thing and you don't cut off your head. So it's a little bit distracting when you cut off your hair like that. Maybe you don't like the top two hairs of your head. Who knows? But I think that's my only criticism. Otherwise, great job. So those are the photographs that really stuck out to me. I really enjoyed everybody's entries. Thank you so much. The winner for this time is actually the first photograph I showed you. So this hair shot I really enjoy. I think you did a great job. And I'm going to post it on the Instagram and on the Be a Photographer website so everybody can see it. And if you guys have anything else you want to say about the photos, please go around, leave some comments, help each other out. It's all about learning, having fun, and enjoying ourselves. So keep shooting. Today's competition is window light. I posted some pointers on the website. Check those out. And yeah, keep shooting. See you next time, guys.